welcome to I Say Yes. All right, today we're going to talk about our journals and how we're going to take them from a brand new journal, just like this one, where it's just all white inside and all these pages are just begging to have our thoughts and feelings and ideas and creative energy on them. We're going to take this journal and we're going to make it look more like this journal without even putting our images or any of our markers or anything like that on our pages. So today we're going to start by creating tip-ins. What is a tip-in? A tip-in is anything that you literally just add to your page. It's an element that you add to your page. This is a small tip-in using a small Project Life card. This is a large tip-in. I love this tip-in. It is actually, this was a wedding invitation. That was a cardstock type invitation and it made a perfect tip-in. What do you need to make tip-ins? Let me show you. First, you need something that is the actual tip-in. You can use index cards. You can use line, unlined, whatever. You can use 3x5, 4x6. I believe this is the 4x6 size. You can use postcards. This particular postcard I got at the Smithsonian, a whole tin of them, and I just love them. You can also use things like journaling cards. These are old journaling cards from Fancy Pants. I'm not sure if you remember Fancy Pants. They're an old scrapbooking company. I think they're actually still around. But I had a ton of these, and so they are perfect for tip-ins. You can also use cards like this. I received this from my friend Lisa, the one that is giving away the cuff for us, the I Say Yes cuff. These would also be really cute as a little mini tip-in. You could use this side and have it tip in like that. This is a note card, a note that someone gave me, so I've got this beautiful note inside, but you could use this as a tip-in. You could actually just cut this part off, and then that would be a tip-in. And then of course we have postcards, and a lot of times I get things, postcards in the mail that are like advertisements and things. You can also find old vintage postcards that you could use, even shapes if you want to, like that's a heart one. This is one that my friend gave me. It's actually a business card that she found at a gallery. So many ways you can use, so many things you can use for tip-ins. Also for your tip-in, you're going to need washi tape. Washi tape is just this beautiful, fun tape that has lots of patterns on it, and it comes in every size, every width, and so many different patterns. You can find it on Amazon, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, all sorts of places. Oh, and one more thing that you could use for a tip-in that I wanted to show you, I thought would be really fun, are these tags. These particular tags I get from Amazon. I believe they're also available at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. They're just big tags, and they're from Ranger, and I absolutely love these tags. I use them a lot. I've taught a tag class using these. They're just so fun. These are going to make a great tip-in. So anything that is just a little bit heavier weight than your journal paper, or not even your journal paper, just paper, anything like heavier than typing paper or even just a sheet of paper, you'll want to use for your tip-in, and washi tape and a pair of scissors, and that's honestly all you need. So let's get started. Let's get started on our first tip-in. What we can do is we can just open it up. I don't generally put a tip-in on my first page, so I'm going to kind of just go in a couple, 3 pages and do my first tip-in right here. You want to take your card that you have and you want to pick out a piece of washi tape. I do not think too hard on this. I just pick out my washi tape and go. Now, I'm sure there are other ways that you could do it, but this is the way that I find the easiest way to do it. So on this particular tip-in, if I wanted to tip in like on this side and that way, what I need to do is I need to go on the second side. Okay, I need to take my washi tape, kind of see how long my card is. And then I'm going to actually use scissors to cut it because I like to have a straight edge on that. Okay. So then I'm going to take and put it, half of it's going to be on the page and the other half is going to be off the page. So let me show you a close-up of that. So half of that is on the page, half of it you can see is off the page. And at first you may have trouble figuring out like how to put half of it on, half of it off. That'll just come the more that you make tip-ins. I've been doing this for a while, so I can do them a little bit faster, but the first time I tried a tip-in, I got really frustrated. So if you get frustrated, don't worry about it. Just keep on trying, okay? So half of it on, half of it off. You want to take your tip-in and decide if it does have a pattern on it like mine does. You'll want to decide which one you want, you know, to be up and then which one you want it to open up to. For this particular one, I'm just going to do this one here. This is going to be my top. So I'm going to take it and put it right to the edge of my paper and then take my washi tape and then just kind of smooth it over and then you have a tip-in. Okay, so we have half of it goes on there, the other half we make sure is off the page. Then we line our element that we're using, whether it's an index card, a greeting card, postcard, cardstock, whatever. We're going to line that up to the very edge of our journal page and then take that washi tape, that other half of that washi tape, and then we're just going to glide it on there and then press it down. You may have some washi tape like I do because I'm not so exact up here that you're going to want to maybe trim. You don't have to trim it, but I like to trim it. You don't have to though. You can tear it off too. Might even be easier with that little piece it was. Okay, so we're gonna make a lot of these today, so don't worry about it. So there's a tip-in. So now what I can do with this tip-in is, let me show you over here where I used a card like that. So this is a card that I used that is very similar to the one we just used. It's the same brand of Fancy Pants. This is the top of the tip-in. You open it up, and actually this is what I used. Can you see that here? This is what I used for the image that I used to promote I Say Yes. So that is how I use that particular tip-in. Now I can choose if I want to leave this quote, because I kind of like the quote, the end result of wisdom is good deeds. Or I may decide to take paper or paint or magazines or something and cover that up, just as I have covered up this. So in fact, this is the card. This is what the card looked like, and then this is how I covered it up. So, all right, so let's go ahead and let's make some more tip-ins. Let's make another tip-in. So now we've got one of our tip-ins in. Let's go a little bit farther along in our journal. As you can see too, I've already added an image to my journal, and we'll talk about that later, but let's add some more tip-ins. So let's go. I'm going to add one. Oh, I probably went about 5 to 7 sheets in, and I want to add another one. So this time I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use an index card, because many of you may have decided to use index cards. So I'm going to grab some washi tape. A bright pink one will look really cute, and I'm going to put it on this side this time. So I'm just, once again, super easy stuff, right? It's not hard. We're just going to take, let's see about how long it's going to be, and we're going to add color tape. Now we want it to be on this side. So half off. So half on and then half of it off. We're going to take our index card. We're going to line it up right to the edge of the paper, and then take that washi tape and then just bend it over. Okay. What's neat about the index card, and then there you go, you have a tip-in. We have quite a bit extra on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and... But what is really cool about using the index card is it's white, so we can just, I mean, we can paint it, we could do all kinds of fun things with it. I'm going to go a few more in and use one of these cards again that I really like. And some washi tape. And remember, once again, okay, so this is just going to take you practice. The more that you do these tip-ins, the better you're going to get at them, trust me. And honestly, tip-ins are something that I enjoy putting in my journals. Like when I maybe want to be creative but don't know really what I want to do. Okay, I've not left enough. If you don't leave enough, the nice thing about washi tape is you can it just comes up so easy. So I still haven't left enough. Sometimes that happens and you don't leave enough of the half and you're like, you gotta leave enough to make sure that tip-in stays on. But sometimes I'll just do tip-ins when I'm wanting to be creative, but I don't feel like doing a whole lot. I'll just do tip-ins. So I set up a few more tip-ins when I had the camera off, and I wanted to show you how awesome the side of our journal already looks with just a few. I added this one here, and then I really love this. The tag is so fun. I added this tag, and I have never done a tag as a tip-in, so I don't know why, because I love tags and I have a lot of them. So this is definitely going to be a new thing that I do. Love the tag. You can get 20 of these, I believe, for maybe $2 or $3 at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, or Amazon. So, and then I did go ahead and add a tip-in to this one and this one, so both the pages will have tip-ins. Another question that you might have with tip-ins is, do they have to be in the center of your page always? Absolutely not. If you'll notice in my journal that I have already created a lot of things in, I have a tip-in right here on that lower side, and I really like that. It's just a little one. And so I think I'm going to add a little one and show you how I would do that. So this is the card from my friend from Love Squared Designs, Lisa. She's the one that's going to be creating this cuff. This is a cuff that she gifted me at Christmas time, Just Say Yes, which I absolutely love. Lisa's the one that inspired me so many months ago at Sister Camp, and it's gonna all be a part of my story that you'll be hearing this week. But this is similar to the cuff that you may be getting, because you're going to have a chance to win this cuff, so I'm excited. But this is what she mails with all of her gifts that she, all of her cuffs and things that she creates. She is a business, a wonderful business. She does a lot of charity things. She works a lot with Stephanie Ackerman. She's a neat lady. But let's go ahead and do this one. So I want this tip-in to go this way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some washi tape. I like these little blue arrows. And I'm going to take this washi tape, and sometimes washi tape, oh my word, it gets stuck, and this one actually might be stuck. So you know what? It's not a big deal. Honestly, don't think too much on the washi. Let's find the end of that. Okay. So we're going to take our tape just like this and just kind of see on the end. And I think I'm going to rip it kind of straight. I did it. Okay. Let's go over here. Remember, if we want it to fold in on this side, we have to go on the back of it. I want it to go in the corner here. So half of it, remember, goes on the page. And the other half stays off. We're going to take this. Going to take this up to the edge, and then look at there. Oh, I love, look at that cute little tip-in. That is so cute. I love it. So fun. what you're going to find is that if you're like my artist prayer group and I, what we do is now every time we go to the mailbox, we're just hoping that we have an advertisement that decided to use a postcard. Or every time we go out somewhere, we'll pick up a brochure or a postcard or something if we find them, so we can use them in our art journals. So there's my little tip-in. I really, really, really like it. And I like this one so much that I'll probably just keep this. You are amazing, and that's the truth. And then inside, I'll probably cover all that up and put something fun. Not sure what yet, but anyway. So this is tip-ins. I'm going to fill my book up with tip-ins. You only have to do them maybe every, I don't know, I like to do it maybe every 5 to 7 pages. And so spend some time this week just creating your tip-ins. So fun. It's so relaxing, so soothing, and I hope you've had fun. I've really had a good time sharing this with you. And